I wish someone could tell me comparison when it comes to language learning. I would be so jealous of them. By learning languages slowly, we also develop a good learning habit. I'm already emotionally attached to it. More sustainable way to learn. Take care of my French skill, baby. 皆さん、おはようございます。Good morning, guys. Here I come. Pearly is here. So, today's video isn't what I was planning to do at all originally, but what I'm going to talk about in this video today is really something that I wish someone could tell me in my language learning journey. So, I would like to dedicate this video not only for you, but also for myself. So, when I get frustrated about my own language learning progress, this is the video that I would come back to watch. Let me first ask you a question. Have you ever wondered or Googled how to learn languages fast? Have you? I guess quite many of you did, and actually so did I, to be honest. If you Google it up, you will find many articles and videos showing and teaching you how to learn languages fast in like 3 months, 1 month, 7 days, or even 24 hours. I think it's our human nature to want to achieve or get something fast in life. For example, how to earn money fast, how to become successful sooner, how to lose weight faster, etc., etc. Especially in this era where people seem to value productivity so much. Many people want to achieve something that they desire as fast as they can. I'm not so sure about other things, but I think language learning is not something that we can rush. In other words, I don't think one can really learn languages fast. Of course, it really depends on how you define learned and fast. For the sake of this video, I'll just define fast as under 6 months and learned as someone who have no problem communicating, reading, and understanding what people are saying in daily life. So, why do I think we can't really learn languages, to become good, to become fluent in languages fast? Because it depends on a lot of conditions to make it work. First of all, in order to learn languages fast, you need to expose yourself to your target language many hours as you can a day. I'm saying 4 hours, 5 hours, or even 6+ hours a day. But can you commit yourself to language learning that much of time a day? You probably couldn't, and neither could I, because I have many other things to do and I don't have that much of time. Secondly, it also depends on whether you already know a language that is similar to your target language or not. For example, if you know Spanish, you could probably pick up Portuguese in a relatively short time. That being said, you probably still need to spend a lot of time learning it every day in order to pick it up fast. However, a lot of times we simply don't already know a language that is similar to our target language. So it's gonna make it harder to learn your target language fast. Also, to learn a foreign language fast, I think it also depends on whether you already have experiences learning other foreign languages and already found a method that works for you. But I think it's still quite tricky because although I already have experiences learning 3 other foreign languages before learning Arabic, I still struggle to find a method that works for me. So it still takes me quite some time to try out different methods to see which one fits me better. Lastly, if you want to be able to talk with people in your target language, it also depends on whether you have someone to constantly practice with in your daily life. And most of us don't have the privilege of living in a country where people speak the target language or having a boyfriend or girlfriend who is a native speaker. Of course, it's still totally possible to improve your speaking skill without these privileges, but it's just going to take longer than 6 months to reach fluency, in my opinion. Before moving on to talk about why I think it's actually good to learn languages slowly, I want to briefly talk about comparison when it comes to language learning. I think in our language learning journey, one thing that many of us would be very much likely to do is to compare our learning progress with other language learners. For example, you are learning Japanese and you met someone who is also learning Japanese. Hi, I'm learning Japanese. Me too. どのくらい日本語を勉強していますか？私は1ヶ月間。Sorry, もう一回？私は1ヶ月前に日本語を勉強し始めて、パーリーさんはいつから日本語を勉強し始めたんですか？私も私も What? I have been learning Japanese for more than 6 months already, and he has only been learning 1 month, and he can already hold a conversation with someone. I still couldn't understand most of what people are saying, not to say to actually hold a conversation with someone. Oh, how can I be so slow and so bad in language learning? Sometimes it can be really hard not to compare our learning progress with others. I'm also guilty of doing it from time to time. When I notice someone who learned faster than me, I would be so jealous of them and started feeling bad about myself, thinking that, oh, I'm not as good as others in learning languages. I must be, just like stupid and not as smart as them, etc. However, a lot of times I forgot to consider maybe I did not spend as much time learning that language every day as that person do, or maybe that person have someone to constantly practice with and I don't, or maybe I just haven't found a method that works well for me yet. So if another time you notice someone who learned faster than you and you're not improving as fast as them, don't blame yourself. It does not mean that you are bad in language learning or you are not as smart as them, okay? Now, let me explain to you why I think it's actually good to learn languages slowly, as it can be counterintuitive. First of all, we all know that language is not something that once we learned it, we could just leave it right there and never touch it again, and we will still not forget about it. We all know that we still need to constantly expose ourselves to this language even after we reach an advanced level. Otherwise, we will forget about it pretty soon. So I think by learning languages slowly instead of rushing to master it, we could at the same time cultivate and develop a good learning habit or routine that will help us to keep improving and maintaining our proficiency even after we reach a certain level. And I think this habit is super important to cultivate. So it's nice, learning languages slowly is like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, because at the same time you also develop a good learning habit. Moreover, I think learning languages slowly is a more sustainable way to learn. Imagine this. If you try to cram too much knowledge into your brain in a short period of time, you might end up burning yourselves out very quickly or even end up hating this language. In my opinion, if you are not enjoying language learning, you probably treat it too seriously. Lastly, the longer the period of time you invested in learning your target language, the more you will treasure your language skill. You wouldn't just put it on your wall like a certificate and never touch it after learning it. You will treat it more like your little baby. For example, I have invested time in l'apprentissage de français, learning French, since 2014. Though I learned it on and off, it has been with me for such a long time. And I have witnessed my French skill grown in the past years. So now it's more like my little baby. I'm already emotionally attached to it. So I cannot bring myself to just leave it there and never take care of it. I'll make sure to take care of my French skill baby every day by listening, reading, or speaking it. So, That's the end of today's video. I hope you like it. I hope you find it helpful. And I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye. Bye bye. I need to come back to get my camera for sure.